Hey, friends, are you tired of superhero movies that leave you covering your kids' eyes? Well, I've got something for you. There's a Superman movie where three superpowered criminals from Superman's home planet threaten Earth. And honestly, the biggest content concern is one brief scene you can easily skip. I'm talking about Superman 2 from 1981, perfect for families with kids 8 and up. This film proves you can have spectacular superhero action that actually builds character in your kiddos instead of just delivering an empty spectacle that goes against everything you're trying to teach them. Welcome to Wholesome TV Picks, where I help busy parents like you cut through the noise to find one family-friendly recommendation each week. No more wasted evenings on movies that disappoint your family or conflict with your values. Just trustworthy picks you can count on. Today, I'm covering content concerns, where you can stream it tonight, and why this delivers the heroism your family actually wants to see. Let's start with what matters most to parents. Let's talk content. This movie is remarkably clean for an older superhero film. There's minimal language, just a couple of mild words you'd probably hear on regular TV. The action sequences are fantasy-based. There's really no gore or excessive violence. But here's one scene you need to know about. At the 1 hour and 15-minute mark, there's a brief moment showing Superman and Lois in bed together. They're completely covered, no kissing shown, just sleeping. And it lasts about 27 seconds. That's really the only concern I can think of. Where can you stream Superman to? It's on YouTube Movies, Fandango, Amazon Prime, HBO Max. I'll link all the places where you can find the movie in the show notes. Superman 2 picks up right where the original left off with this brilliant recap in the credits at the beginning. Then, boom, you're thrown straight into action with Superman saving Paris from a terrorist bomb. That rescue accidentally frees three dangerous Kryptonian criminals, General Zod, Ursa, and Non. These guys have the exact same powers as Superman, and they descend on Earth demanding everyone bow down to them. Christopher Reeve just shines in this movie. He perfectly nails Clark Kent's lovable, clumsy side while bringing real strength. He always knows right from wrong and acts on it. Why wouldn't he? He's Superman. And then we have his arch nemesis, Lex Luthor, played by Gene Hackman, who adds just the right amount of humor. But here's what really sets this apart from modern superhero movies. When Superman faces Zod, Ursa, and Non, yeah, there's a lot of great action, but what drives Superman isn't just winning the fight. It's his desperate need to protect innocent people from these power-hungry villains who see Earth as their playground to destroy. And get this, when the citizens think Superman's been killed, they don't hide. They grab baseball bats and march toward the villains to defend their city and avenge Superman. That's the kind of civic spirit I think we want our kids to see and to emulate. Here's one little thing I'll mention because everyone notices this right away, and that's the visual effects. Have some grace because remember, this is from 1981. But you know what? In my humble opinion, I'd take these practical stunts and creative sets over today's CGI overload any day. Today, it just seems computers are making everybody lazy, and there's just no realistic component to them anymore. And back then, filmmakers actually had to use their brains and be creative to make things look amazing. And boy, does it show. My favorite part of this movie is the ending, because you have Superman flying the American flag back to the White House, promising the president to never let the people down again. And it's unapologetically patriotic in a way that's rare in modern movies. And I believe it shows Superman as both a global hero and someone who understands what America represents at its best. This week carries special meaning because October 10th marks Christopher Reeve's passing in 2004. For so many of us, Christopher Reeve is Superman, not just on screen, but in real life. After his 1995 accident, he showed the same courage as the character he portrayed, becoming a tireless advocate and proving that being a hero isn't about superpowers. If his story touches you like it does me, I recorded a personal tribute episode back in July where I dive deep into his legacy. You'll find it linked in the show notes. Speaking of hope, this movie is such a breath of fresh air compared to recent Superman attempts. The 2025 Superman film has been getting criticism from fans and families. There's this YouTube reviewer I follow called That Guy Talks Movies. He went in really hoping for the best, but found himself disliking it within the first 15 minutes. His whole family came away disappointed. He described it as having way too much going on, a god-awful script, and worst of all, Superman getting beaten down for most of the film instead of inspiring hope. That's exactly what Superman 2 gets right. Superman doesn't spend the movie getting pummeled, even when facing 3 equally powerful opponents. He still manages to beat them. So if you missed my take on the original Superman film, definitely go back to episode 10 for the full breakdown. Here's what I can promise you. Just classic heroism that reminds us why Christopher Reeve's Superman became the gold standard for superheroes and remains the definitive Man of Steel. If your family's ready for a hero who still inspires courage and hope, Superman 2 is the perfect pick. Your kids will love the action, the humor, and honestly, even the old-school special effects. But more importantly, they'll see a hero who wins through character and not just strength. Someone who stands for truth, justice, and the belief that people are fundamentally good. And isn't that exactly what we want them to see? If this episode just saved you from another disappointing movie night, do me a favor, please, and share it with another parent who's struggling to find safe entertainment options. And hey, leave me a quick voice message at wholesometvpicks.com/speak. I'd love to hear which scene your kids loved most, or how Superman has influenced your family over the years. Next week, I'm covering a spooky season classic from 1985 that takes you somewhere you've never been before. Well, maybe you have. A place both familiar and completely unexpected. This one may surprise you. Thanks for trusting me with your family's entertainment choices. Until next time, keep looking up. Take care and have a great rest of your week.